Hey, this is Yulia and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about your favorite topic, Duolingo English Test. We're going to be talking about things to avoid while trying to pass the test. So if you want to score high on your test, then keep on watching. So the first thing is do not memorize your answers. Duolingo English Test is not about the format of exam, but it's about your knowledge and your ability to speak, to produce, to understand. I see a lot of comments, people are like, oh, what topic did you get? What topic did you get? And then they're trying to write things down to learn them by heart, but then they get disqualified from the exam because the examiner thinks that they've learned these answers and the speech is not natural. So please don't do that. Yes, of course, you can write the answers down. Let's say you can go through comment section and see what people get in the exam and then kind of like write things down to learn new vocabulary, to maybe practice a bit. But don't try to learn the answers by heart. It's not gonna do any good for you, especially if you want to score high. The second thing to avoid is weak words. Don't say good, bad, interesting all the time. But also don't use complicated words if you do not understand what they mean. Unless you're 100% sure that you know the word, that you know how to use it, what preposition to use, then you can use it. But other than that, please don't use complicated words because they sound cool and will help you to get a higher score. No. If you put it in the wrong place, this word can actually change the whole meaning of the sentence that you were trying to say. So please use words that you're 100% sure that you know them, that you can use them. So yeah. The next thing is stop overusing words. I know you're kind of stressed, but please pay attention to what you're saying. If you're gonna say good or bad 10 times, it's not gonna improve your score. Try using synonyms. Also, if you haven't seen my video about synonyms to basic words, I'll leave it over here so you can actually take a look when you finish watching this video. But yeah, your synonyms shouldn't be super complicated, difficult words, but instead of saying good all the time, you can say great, awesome, amazing. So make a list of synonyms that you want to use, and next time you practice your test, try various options, try various words, and then you see if your score is gonna improve or not. The next thing to avoid is keeping silent. Please don't be silent. If you don't know the answer to a question, you can say, I'm not quite sure, I'm not an expert. I think that you can try and make something up. As I've mentioned in my previous videos about the Duolingo English Test, I got this question about the fossil fuel energy and I was like, what the hell is this? So I was like, okay, so aside from fossil fuel energy, we also have solar power, we also have hydro, like water power. So instead of just being like, I don't know what to say, I tried to kind of talk about other things that were in the question, like what were like the other sources of fossil fuel energy, like what can we do if we run out of it. So I tried to go like the other way around. We have alternate sources of energy, such as blah, blah, blah. So please, 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 please don't be silent. You only have 2 or 3 minutes for your speaking, so use this time wisely and don't be quiet. The next thing to avoid is to write or talk less than you've been asked for. If you have a writing test and they ask for 300 words, please make sure to write 300 words, not 150, not 200, 300 or more. It depends on the task. They can say write 200 to 400 words, and that's okay. How do you know how much you've written? Well, you can count, or you can practice a lot so you can kind of know or guess how much you've written. But I always have this like 1 minute to count my words, to add something, to remove something. So I'm 100% sure that I've reached my word limit and that I'll be good to go. The next mistake is not using linking words. Linking words are words like however, moreover, firstly, secondly. So instead of saying just plain sentences like the world is in danger, deforestation is a huge problem, people do a lot to help the earth, you can say our planet is in danger and deforestation is a huge problem. However, people try to help the planet Earth or something like that. So try using these linking words so your speech sounds natural. Like when someone asks you for reasons, you can say firstly, secondly, lastly, finally, to begin with, moreover. So all these words you can find on Google. If you type English linking words, it's gonna be a huge list of them. So please use them because they make you sound more like a native. The next thing to avoid while trying to pass a Duolingo test is not reserving a room or time. So for Duolingo English Test, you just need 1 hour, no people, no nothing. You need your laptop with your speaker and your mic, no headphones. So please make sure that you reserve this place for your test, because I know now, especially during the pandemic, people are stuck at home with their families, with their husbands, wives, etc. So just make sure you have one room for yourself, just 1 hour, one hour, and take your test in a quiet environment if you don't want to get disqualified. Because if you look from your camera, or you're not going to be looking like in your computer's camera, you're going to be like this, or you're going to be talking to someone, you're going to be disqualified and you'll have to retake the test again. So make sure you're in a quiet environment, alone, no people, no cats, no dogs, kids. And another thing to avoid is avoid booking your test until you're 100% sure, until you're 100% ready. Because I see a lot of people messaging me like, oh, Yulia, I'm taking the test tomorrow, I'm not sure, what can I do to improve my score? Well, practice. Practice until you get your desired score. In practice tests, let's say you need 120 and you keep getting 80. That means it's not the right time for you to take the test. When you're going to be getting 110, 130, then yes, you can take the test and get your 120. But before that, it doesn't make sense to book your test when you have 80 to get 120. Like, it's not realistic. You're just going to spend money on nothing. So please prepare. And when you think you're ready, then you should take a test. Don't rush things up, just take some time, get ready, and then you're gonna get your desired score. And the last thing to avoid doing while trying to take a Duolingo test is stressing out and worrying. Please stop. I know it's hard. I know all the tests are terrifying. You're there shaking and your voice trembles and stuff like that. But it's not that bad. At least Duolingo you're taking from your home. You don't need to speak to people, to go somewhere. It's gonna be fine. It's just 1 hour, even less. Like first 10 minutes is just for your setup and stuff. The whole thing is like 40-45 minutes. So just relax, take your time. I'm pretty sure you'll have some spare time in your exercises, in your tests that you can spend actually on proofreading, on checking what you've written or what you've selected. So don't try to be like the first one and write the test faster and like finish it like I'm done. Just take it slowly, take your time, it's gonna be fine, and I promise it's gonna be alright. And this is it for today. If the video was helpful, you can always support me by subscribing to this channel and giving me the thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!